Good afternoon, you guys. Welcome to Marge's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making some black bean tofu chili. I'm trying to debunk the myth that vegetarian and vegan food tastes like cardboard. However, I must agree, just like everything else you buy from the store, until you season it, it tastes like nothing, absolutely nothing. So Dee Dee, come on in here and let's show them what we're working with. We have our black beans here, a little tofu over there, garlic. We have our chili powder, we have cumin, and we're going to garnish with some green onions. On the bottom level here, we have tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, white onion, green bell pepper, and if you like to spice it up, add a little jalapeno in there if you like. So you guys, we're going to get over here on this stove and put all this together. I'm going to start with my mirepoix, which is just a fancy word for throwing everything in the skillet, and let's stir it up. Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, you guys, I'm going to start out with putting a little bit of olive oil in this cast iron skillet. Y'all got a cast iron skillet? Y'all need to use it, but just don't wash it with no soap. So we're going to start here. We're going to put the fire on to 7. That's kind of medium. We're going to add our olive oil in here, you guys, and let this skillet get nice and hot. Just like that. Not too much. You just want to cover the bottom of the skillet. Just keep in mind, olive oil burns fast. So this is going to be a quick flash. We're just trying to get that seasoning in before we add them to our beans. So we have the olive oil, guys. Let's let that skillet get hot. While we're letting the skillet get hot, let's turn on the pot for the black beans. I'm going to use my other cast iron here. We're going to turn this up all the way. We're going to use an 8 on this because we want this pot to get nice and hot. Our beans are going to go in there, you guys. Let's get this stove on fire so we can start this black bean tofu chili. All right, you guys, we got our skillets hot. This one is ready to go. This one is also, we're going to start in this one. We got our bell peppers. I put these in first because they usually take longer to cook than the other ingredients. So just dump them in there like that. You want to turn it down a little bit once you get it in there so it won't cook too fast. Turn it down a little bit. I'm turning it on low. I'm going to add in my white onions. I'm going to add in my garlic, you guys. And we're going to let that cook up. In the meantime, while that's doing this thing, we're going to add these black beans to this pot. They ready. Now, these are canned beans, but you can use whole beans. Just make sure you soak them overnight so you won't get the gas effect. But we're going to use the canned beans, you guys. I leave a little bit of the juice. I don't drain it all because it adds flavor. So we're going to go ahead and put these beans in this pot, just like this. We're going to let those go ahead and start to get warm. And after they get warm, we're going to start to build seasonings and flavor. Y'all ready for this? This is going to be the best chili you ever had. I promise you. We're going to go in here and stir this around. Just make sure that it's getting nice and soft. But not too soft because it's going to go in the beans. And the tofu is going to go in here also, you guys. So you want to keep a little bit of firmness to it because it still has to cook. And that's what we're doing. Can y'all smell it? Smelling good in here. Let's get over here in these beans. Going to go ahead and just stretch those out a little bit and just let them do their thing. I turned the fire down to low when I heated up the pot. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up to a 5 and let them go ahead and start to simmer. All right, y'all, we on our way to a good dinner. We're going to have some good tofu chili. All right, you guys, let me get back in this skillet over here to check on these bell pepper, onion, and garlic. The next thing I'm going to do, y'all, is put this tofu in here. The thing is, you want to season your tofu. Y'all can see these beans over here. They doing what they do. Let them get nice and soft and simmery. Again, we're going to go back over here in this spot, or this skillet, with these onions, garlic, and bell peppers. We're just going to add our tofu in there. The tofu that I use, you guys, is extra firm. Extra firm tofu kind of mimics ground beef. They have different levels. You have the regular, the firm, and extra firm. I'm going to just tear it up in there. I don't need to cut it. I don't need to do none of that. Let's go. Add the tofu in there. And you want to add it in big chunks because it's going to kind of simmer down and it might be a little bit crumbly. So you want to add big chunks of it in there, you guys. Just like this. Just tear it up. Have some fun with it. It's tofu. It ain't going to hurt nobody. Let's go. Extra firm. Remember that, you guys. Extra firm. We're going to get it in here with all of these good seasonings. This is just the beginning. Getting in like that, you guys. Get your nice little spoon. And just add it. Stir it on in there, y'all. Again, you want to be mindful of the temperature. So I'm going to turn it down from a 5 and I'm going to turn it down to a 2. Just so it can mix off in there, you guys. Don't it look good? Not yet. But in a few minutes, y'all, it's going to be well seasoned and ready for this pot of beans. Let's go back over here to these beans and check them out. If you can see in the pot, see how this bubbling up right here, you guys? That's a good simmer. But we want to turn it down so it won't stick to the bottom. So I'm going to turn these beans down to low and just let them do what they do. I wish y'all could smell what's going on in my kitchen right now. I'm going to inbox y'all a bowl of chili. All right, y'all, let's check on this tofu. It's going to take a minute. Just let it do what it do, and we all good. Let's go, y'all. All right, you guys, I want to show you guys what it's looking like since it's already simmered down. You want to just kind of break it up as you stir it into small chunks. Just get it to kind of look like ground beef. That's what you want it to look like. And then you get over here in these beans again, you guys, and see these are ready to start adding the water to it. We're going to add 3 cups of water to these beans. Once they get nice and hot, and you see that thickness, that's when you know it's time to add that water in there. So while the tofu continues to cook down, let's go ahead and add the water. This is 2 cups, but I'm going to add 3. Just go ahead and stir it in. And the reason why you want to add water is because you're going to be adding your tofu and all your other seasonings. So that water is going to help to bring all those flavors in also. So just stir it up like that. And you guys know what? I'm just going to keep it at 2 cups right now. I'll add as I go if I need to. But this is what I wanted it to look like. And again, just let those beans go ahead and do what they do. As you notice, I have not seasoned these beans at all because all of the seasoning is going to be in this tofu. Once they mix in with the beans, it's going to be a good pot of chili. We're going to start adding our flavors or our seasonings. This is chili powder. This is 1 pack. I just put it in a bowl. Just dump it in there. This is your cumin. Just dump it in there. We're going to go ahead and stir that in, and you're going to see the color change on this tofu. See that color change, you guys? I got a little quiet because I got excited. But you see the color on this tofu? Now it's starting to look like ground beef. And it smells delicious, you guys. So you don't want to really stir it. You just want to kind of fold it and get all that seasoning in there, you guys. Cumin, chili powder. Mix that in with your tofu. Starting to get like something glorious. All right, y'all. So we're going to let that do its thing. We're going to continue to let these beans simmer. And I'll be back. All right, you guys, so our tofu is just about ready to be added to the beans, but I wanted to give you guys a tip. Sometimes the tofu might stick a little bit to the bottom, so you want to just add a little bit of water to it. Not too much, because if you add too much water, it'll make it mushy. It'll take away some of the texture. I've already added water in mine, you guys, so it's ready to go with these beans. I'm going to add it to my beans. Make sure you get you a towel or something to protect your hands because these cast irons get hot. So we're going to just dump this tofu right in here into these chili beans or these black beans. Just like this. Y'all smell it? Oh my goodness. It smells like heaven, whatever that smells like. I assume it's good. Okay, you guys, so now I got my chili all ready. Starting to look good. Y'all see it? And see, the reason why I said I was going to keep it at 2 cups of water is because 3 might just have been a little bit too much. So you just kind of got to figure it out as you go sometimes. And it's okay. Nothing's perfect. But y'all see it? Looking like some chili. And this is the point, you guys, where I'm going to add my tomato sauce. So let's grab the tomato sauce. Go ahead and dump that in there, just like that. That's 1 can of tomato sauce that I put in my chili. Let me get it all out like this, you guys. Just stir it in there. That's another layer of flavor. You can add more if you want. You can add less if you want. But I would say, just play with it as you go. I'm gonna get a spoon and I'm gonna taste it and just see what it tastes like. I'm still building flavors, but let's see where it is at this point. All right, you guys, it is time for a taste test. Get in here. Now it's hot, so I might drop this spoon, but I'm gonna go for it. Let's taste, because I need to season this if it needs more seasoning. Does it look like ground beef, chili, tofu, and black bean? Let's have a taste. I can't call, but it's good. It is really, really delicious. I'm gonna let this pot just simmer. And the reason why, because I want it to get a little thicker, and I'm actually gonna put a cover over it and just turn it down to low and let it do what it do. Right now, it does not need anything else. So I'm gonna top it off, you guys, and I can't wait to share a bowl of chili, tofu black bean chili with you guys. Y'all stay tuned. Wow, that is so delicious, you guys. I can't wait for it to thicken up and I can have a nice hot bowl of tofu chili. But right now I'm going to put the lid on it. When you put the lid on it, turn it on low, it thickens up the chili, but don't let it get too thick because you don't want no dry chili. So let's put the top on it and let it do its thing. That's going to be some good eating. Now I know anybody who's seen this video, you guys have a question, a dying question. The question is, why does she have October on her wall when it's August? That's a whole nother story, y'all. That's my baby. She made the calendar. I can't take that down. Back to the chili, you guys. We're going to let it simmer. Then we're going to have a nice bowl. I'm going to surprise you with the side that we're going to have. Y'all stay tuned. I got to add a couple of more ingredients, but I'm going to let it simmer for a little while now. I'll be back at you. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, we are back. I have 2 more ingredients I want to add to this pot. So let's take a peek at it and see how it's doing. Now that's a pot of chili right there. Like I said earlier, you don't want it to get too thick, so this is perfect. I'm going to add 2 more ingredients, and those ingredients are diced tomatoes and a little jalapeno, because I'm spicy. All right, you guys, so the reason why I held off and put the tomatoes in before now is because you don't want your tomatoes mushy. Believe it or not, mushy tomatoes can change the whole texture of a dish. So we want to put them in there, and they're diced. I just cut them up. It's 1 whole tomato. We're going to pop it in the pot. Let's go. We're going to stir that in. Just a little bit, you guys. The chili is actually done. This is just adding another layer of flavor. I love tomatoes. So you want to stir it in like that. And that's it. Lastly, you guys, again, I'm spicy. We're going to add these peppers to this pot. This is 1 pepper. Now, depends on how spicy you like it. You don't have to use a whole one. You can use a half, a quarter, or none at all. But 1 for me is perfect. So we're adding all of these to the pot, you guys. The chili is done. It is ready. All right, you guys, just as promised, this is the best part. We're about to eat. Put some chili in this bowl. I'm excited to take the first, well, not the first bite, but eat a bowl. Take a look at this. This is the texture that you want. Tofu, black bean, chili. Let's put this in a bowl. My mouth is watering. I can't wait to eat it. Make sure you use the right spoon, y'all. You don't want to miss none of that. I do have to go to work, so I'm going to eat a little bit. All right, you guys. So here is our black bean tofu chili in our beautiful white bowls. I made a plate for me, or a bowl for me, and also for my guest, Dee Dee. We're going to top ours off, you guys, with a little bit of green onion. We're going to be generous, though, because we like this stuff. You can put whatever you want on yours for a garnish, cilantro, any kind of fresh herbs, whatever you prefer. We're going with green onions. And also, you guys, to pair our black bean chili, tofu chili, we have hot water cornbread, cornmeal hot water. If you want to know about it, ask me about it. We're going to go ahead and eat this, you guys. And one other thing, if you notice, I didn't add any salt to my chili. You want to add salt to taste. Mine don't need no salt. because I tasted it. So let's go, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to sit down and eat. Your girl got to go to work tonight. So we'll get this in, and I appreciate anyone who comes across this video.